Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well and staying safe during this strange time in the world. It's good to see you. In this video, I want to talk about a subject that I very much enjoy, and that is content creation spaces, or streaming setups, or battle stations, or whatever you like to call the area where you like to make your content. I'm sure we can appreciate when we get that new upgrade or decoration for our room, and I wanted to go through a list of categories I go through personally when I decorate mine. Maybe it can help you all out when deciding on which areas to focus first when expanding your area. Of course, if any of you all have any questions or want to talk about anything I'm discussing in the video today, feel free to stop by the stream on Twitch where I go live and I hang out with y'all. Links will be all down in the description below. So let's get right into it and talk about how you can enhance your creative space. Starting off, I like to keep my videos organized, so I gathered my thoughts and kind of came up with 4 categories I like to use before I go crazy and just decorate my room all randomly. These 4 categories are going to be theme, scale, shaping, and character. Now, each one of these is super specific, and of course, you can broaden these out as much as you want since it's your room and you're expressing your own creativity. Starting with number 1 is going to be theme. This is the most basic category, but it kind of keeps you on track before you go all in and purchase any items for your room. Finding a theme can mean anything from choosing your color scheme to if you want to go minimalistic or if you want to go all out with RGB. Choosing a theme really sets the tone for the type of content creation that you're going to do at home and sort of puts you in the right mindset when the environment you're in matches the work that you're doing. If you're a filmmaker or a musician, your room setup can be completely different from someone who streams on Twitch or makes videos on YouTube. You're not limited to any theme, but I sort of geared mine toward the direction of streaming at home while still being in an area that I can be at peace while I edit my short films or videos on YouTube. If you're interested in choosing a theme, yet you can't really decide on what you want to choose, something I recommend is going to the website Pinterest and literally going in and typing in any keyword you're looking for, plus the word room. This helped me get ideas for my room now, and I find myself constantly going back, looking for more ideas where I can take and kind of expand on and make them my own. Other things you can think about when choosing your theme are what exactly you want to see when you wake up. This is the room that you live in and spend most of your time, so you have to make sure that you actually like being in it. Do you want it completely decked out with neon signs and RGB? Or do you want it to be more minimalistic and organized so that we can find more things easier? Setting the theme can also mean setting the time frame on when your room takes place. I've seen many rooms where they're decked out with 50s style furniture, or I've seen other rooms where they have movie posters and albums from the 80s. Choosing your theme is all up to you and definitely an exciting part when you're expanding your room. Continuing on to number 2, and that is going to be scale. Now, I know this is something we all dread, but we do have to give attention to the budget that we have when we expand our room. I started collecting gear at the age of 14, and all the gear that I had was really small scale, and I found myself only getting gear that was actually necessary. I can't tell you how many times as a young kid, I saw many content creators in streamers' rooms and their setups, and I wanted everything that they had. Growing up, I found that wanting what others had really wasn't good for mental health. I was always let down because I didn't think I was good enough to make content in my bedroom since it wasn't cool enough. As time passed on and I slowly saved up, I was able to buy more gear and things that I felt expressed my uniqueness and my personality. I was able to grow my room now into an area that I'm completely pleased with. So I just wanted to comment on that. If you're feeling unhappy now with how your room looks, don't worry. Patience and time is definitely the key to saving up to get that new upgrade you're looking for. There are many awesome ways to express yourself on your room with any budget. Many times I've purchased things where if I give it more time and just a little more research, I found that there are definitely cheaper alternatives with the exact same results. You definitely don't have to go all out on the budget when you're decorating your room, but if it's something you're looking to do, remember you can always wait more time to get that better, more pricier item rather than compromising and regretting it later down the line. Patience is key here. All right, moving to number 3, and that is shaping. So basically this idea is completely from my head, but hopefully you can apply this to any scenario that you have at home. I personally feel that more straight lines and spacing are more eye-catching than just throwing everything on my walls. This has to do with more organization, but I find that this idea really adds to the whole cleanness of the entire setup. So I thought of imagining my walls with a grid on them, and basically I set up everything inside the squares or along the lines and space it out evenly so it doesn't look as cluttered. Since a grid is basically a lot of squares, you can fill it up with any sort of light along the lines, or if you have like the nanoleaf patterns, you can fit 2 triangles to basically make the square. I show you this illustration so you can kind of get more of an idea of what I'm talking about, and maybe you can try it at home. The main idea I'm going for here is to not clutter each grid square with too many items, but to space them out evenly so that it looks clean and more motivated. You can see on my wall here, I have 2 massive windows that I can't really do much with since they cover up the whole area. I can of course put curtains on them, but I thought I'd just leave them as white blinds since they do reflect off the light more. So what I did was I added this RGB light bar, which is the lift fix beam. So basically it's adding light to a motivated area. I find it really fits well and it lights up the area better, and it's more motivated to put it there since it is the center of my area that I'm working with. Finding new areas in your room to decorate is very easy, but doing it in a clean manner can take some trial and error. Now, in no way is there a wrong way to decorate our room, but there's always room for improvement to elevate our room to a whole new level. When it comes to decorating your room and shaping, you can definitely try different arrangements and different combinations of furniture to see what works best for your situation. Lastly, number 4 is character. This is my favorite one because it has to do with going all out with who you are and sharing your personality in your room. All of these categories have character in them, but I wanted to make it a separate category so I can expand more on what I mean by this. If you're an artist or a painter, don't be afraid to put up some of the canvases that you've worked on all over your walls. If you have any personal trophies or memorabilia or items that mean a lot to you, find a way to decorate it by putting it on a wall shelf so that you can always have it someplace where you can remember. I personally collect a lot of Marvel and Star Wars memorabilia, so I've set up a couple of wall shelves in my room and set up everything I have, which I personally think adds a lot of character to my room. If you're a filmmaker or into movies, find your favorite movie poster online and find a unique way on how you can showcase it in your room. This next idea is for those of you that like RGB like I do. I found this idea on Pinterest. Notice how I connected it back to the first category. I saw someone on Pinterest put these RGB light strips behind a movie poster, and it sort of elevates it off the wall and kind of makes it look like it's levitating. It was this cool design that I've never seen on a movie poster, and I feel like the RGB lights really made the movie poster pop. This is just one of numerous ideas that you can find online to really spice up your room. Whatever you feel expresses your personality, find a cool place to show it off. People want to see what sets you apart from the rest of everyone else, but if you never show it off, no one will ever know. Also, don't be afraid to limit yourself to what other people are doing with their rooms. At the end of the day, this is a place where you work and you live in. Make it a fun place that you actually like to spend time in, and I assure you people will notice all the hard work you put into making it look that way. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed and learned a thing or two. Feel free to leave a like, it lets me know. If you guys have an awesome setup that you wanna show off, my Twitter will be linked down below. Feel free to tag me in a photo, I'd love to check them out. Well, we'll see you live on Twitch and here on YouTube very soon. Stay safe out there, consume, produce, and thank you for watching.